Hi, hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss one of the biggest concept or any developer who use you know works on database side, right? Okay, and as a ETL developer, as a data engineer, so everyone should understand before they start any ETL tools or any database as a developers, because the data warehouse concept is very useful. Today we are going to discuss data warehouse. Data warehouse is a concept, okay, and it's designed the data and stores the data, and it provides the data for the business team. This by using this data, okay, they can do the reportings, and they can do the analysis by using the data, and they can estimate how much the business going to happen in future based on the existing data. For that, actually, we should understand what is data warehouse. We will go one by one, and the topic by topic, so that you will understand clearly what is data warehousing, and where this is very useful in our use case, okay, in our real-time environment, instead of use case, so a real-time environment where it is fit and where it is useful for us, that we will discuss. So the data warehousing, we have some definitions and some points to say to fulfill what is data warehouse. Okay, so now coming to the slide, the definition of data warehouse. As you see here, okay, it is just a data definition of the what is data warehouse. Okay, and here if you see, the data warehouse is a system, and the system is used for the analysis purpose and reporting purpose based on the structured data and some structured data, and it's consumes from the different source systems. Okay, it gathers the data from different area, and it stores the data into the one single system. Okay, as you see here the definition, it serves as a central repository of integrated data from one or more different sources. Okay, I'll show you with the structure, I mean with the example as well. Okay, the data is used for the business purpose. Okay, so see, I'll give you one example. Okay, if you have started one business, okay, and you are running a business in your village, okay, and you have a small business, and yes, by using the just or by note it down in the notebook, and you can monthly calculations once you do, right? So how much amount you have spent, and how much finally profit you got it. Actually, how will you know? So once you uh, purchase the products, okay, and you will be calculating, yes, I have spent 10,000 rupees, and after selling the products, how much profit you have gone, when you know. So when you got the total amount and how much amount you have spent, if you do the minus between the total amount and how much you have spent, the once the when you do the subtraction between these two, and how much amount you will get, right, that is your profit, correct? So like this, for example, you have spent 10,000, you got of 12,000, for example. Now when you take out 10,000 from the 12,000, because you have spent 10,000, right, so that 2,000 is the your profit. How do you know? Because you should save the data into somewhere else, whether it is in your memory, whether it is in your notebook, whether it is in your mobile, whether it is in your laptop, right, depending on the how the business it is. Okay, so if you are running a small business, a notebook is enough. Okay, so that you can every day how much business has been done, Okay, you can calculate by monthly. If you calculate how much money I have spent for my business and how much money I got it, after doing all total reconciliation, and then finally you will get the actual profit. Based on the actual profit you will understand, okay, so how the business is going on, correct? So like this here in it is not a small business, right? So in IT, if the project is going on, means the almost it is a bigger business only. Okay, so now here um, the data warehouse is very useful. Using the data warehouse you can analyze the business, you can analyze the data. Based on the data, whether you have to continue your products or you need to change anything, so the business team will decide, you know, they, they will decide the they will take the decisions how, whether do I need to continue this product or do I need to give any more offers to the customer so that they can purchase more, right? So here let's come to this topic. Okay, we will take out we will take the other examples as well while continuing. Okay, so this particular data warehousing concept, it is a, if you see, right, so the data warehouse is a database or enterprise system which will collects the data from the different source systems, and it provides the data to the business purpose, okay, for a analysis purpose. And the data warehousing concepts has different types of characters. Okay, so if you see, the main is the subject oriented. In the data warehousing concept, okay, subject oriented is the one of the biggest and one of the very useful concept. So if you see the definition here, okay, the subject oriented. What is the subject oriented? The data organized around a major subject area. For example, customer information, product information, sales information, rather than the applications. Means, so you should have some subject oriented information. Like customer means customer information, product means only product information, sales means how much sales has been done, stores means how many stores you have, branches. For example, if you take SBI will have a different branches, right? And you if you take a DMart is having a different branches, right? So that branches, and that what are the types of products you have. For example, if you take the shampoos, okay, you will have a Clinic Plus, and you will have a Head and Shoulder. You have a different types of the, products out there. So like that, customers, how many customers are going and how many customers are purchasing, different information. And the second concept is integrated. Integrated means, see, the data warehousing definition itself has, okay, the warehouse is an enterprise system and which collects the data from the different sources, right? The meaning of integrated is nothing but data from different sources, it's combined into the consistent format and stores the data into one database. That is called integrated. Integration is you are consuming the data, you are ingesting the data into one location. Okay, and time variant. Okay, data warehouses stores historical data. And why you require historical data? You should do some analysis, right? If you want to do analysis, how much last quarter, how much profit I got, how will you know? So you should maintain some data, right? That data you are going to store here. And non-volatile, it means what? Once the business has been done, you should not modify on the data, right? Generally, okay, so that data, it is, if you see the definition here, right, you have a data is read only, meaning it is not typically updated or deleted in the data warehouse, so that you can do the uh, you can generate the reports by using that data. If you are every day, if you are changing, generally what will happen, you cannot able to identify how much business has been done and all, right? Okay, so once the data enter into the data, whereas maximum it will not change. Okay, so these two, to complete the data warehousing is the, okay, it has the this kind of characteristics. So if these are satisfied, you can say yes, this is the data warehousing. And the data warehousing is have some examples and the purpose and the features as well. So now we will see, okay, what are the features and what are the types of useful by using the data warehouse. Okay, see, if you see the purpose of data warehousing, okay, to provide the single source of truth for a business decision makings, and to enable complex queries and analysis of large data set, and to support reporting and dashboard and other BI tools. Okay, so this is called very useful of the using this data. We can, because of this, right, you can enable your uh, business, so that you can estimate how much this quarter has been my business is, and next quarter what is going to happen based on the your existing data, you can estimate. Okay, so in this, right, in the data warehousing, okay, where these fit actually, right, correct, you should know whether where is it is useful. And now if you see, for the data warehousing, if you take, we have a retail domain. Okay, in the retail domain, retail is nothing but you are going to sell the product. Okay, so a retail company might use a data warehouse to analyze the sales trends. For example, you go to the Reliance trend or any other shops, right? So how much sales they have done? How will you know if any persons coming and purchasing their product? Then the transaction will be generated. If you go any shops, okay, if you go to the cloth showroom, okay, when you go to the cloth showroom, okay, if you select any shirt or pant, right, then what they do, they will take they will enter the details, and they will ask your name and your mobile number, everything, right, and how much what is the product you have selected and what is the cost, and it does have any discount or not. They will enter the details and they will give you the net amount. So now here you see, the retail company might use the data warehouse to analyze the sales trends, customer purchasing patterns, inventory levels, and how much stock you have. Everything you should maintain, right? Otherwise, how will you run a business? So this could help them optimize the product placements and personalize marketing campaigns, and to improve the supply chain management. Okay, this can be useful when you have a data warehousing. This is coming under a retail. Okay, now if you have a, okay, financial services, like as I mentioned, right, banks and financial institutions use the data warehousing for their, okay, to identify the fraud detections and the customer relationship management. Okay, and they can analyze transaction data to identify suspicious activities. Okay, assess credit risks and personalized financial services offering. So these can be done, okay, using, see, whatever the data present in the if you sorry, if you are running any business, right, so what we will do first, why we will run the business? To gain something, correct? So if you are running a business, means if you are running any business, so finally you should see, you will see what is the my final profit. Okay, then only, if you are getting a loss every time, means what we will do, either you need to change your plans, or either you will be closing your shop generally, correct? But here also it's the same, based on the your data, based on the transactions. Once the business is analyzed, the data based on the transactions, and they will take the decisions what has to be done. Okay, so now, as we have discussed in the previous classes, we have a sales domain, and telecom domain, and finance domain, healthcare domain, right? So these are the one of the examples. So now you see, here we have a financial retail, and sorry, here we have a retail, and then we have a financial services, when we have a healthcare, and we have a telecommunications. Okay, now if you go back to the healthcare, okay, hospitals and healthcare providers use the data warehouse to analyze the patient's data, track treatment, track the treatment outcomes and improve operational efficiency. They can use this data by using okay, decision patterns and everything. Okay, if you have this information, right? For example, I'll tell you. So for example, you got a fever, hmm, and you went to the doctor, for the health checkup, and he will give this some tablets, and he will give this some medicines to cure the fever. Okay, so he will initially what he will do, he will give you the 2 days or 3 days tablets, and he will say just use these tablets, generally you might recover from the fever. After 2 days or after 3 days, if the still fever is not reduced, okay, and then again you will go to the doctor and you will say, doctor, still I have not recovered from the fever, I'm still facing fever, and it's coming and going. Then what he will do, again he will check what last time he has given the medicines, and why it is coming again and again. He will uh, track, and he will think what has to be done to completely recover the patient. Then he will change the medicines like that. Okay, first medicines what I have given, and second medicines what I have given, based on the patient explanation he will change the medicines as well. Okay, so like this, to track these things, right, you should have this information, so that everywhere, I mean, doctor can give the better treatment based on this data. And nowadays, in healthcare also, data warehousing projects are drastically they are using actually. Okay, if you ask me. So, and again, okay, we will come to the deeply one by one again. And telecommunications. Okay, in the telecommunications also, they can store their call recordings and network performance and customer usage patterns. Okay, based on that, they will improve the quality, and they will improve the their they will think how we can provide the different offers, so that customers purchase or customers use their offers. Okay, like this, you see, for everything you should have some database where you can store this data. Okay, so this is called we say as a data warehouse. Data warehouse, okay, data, you are going to maintain the data into the databases, that is called a data warehouse. Okay, using this data you will be analyzing the previous trends, so that how what I have to do to in future to gain a more profit. Based on this data only, you will be going to take the decisions. You will be going to take the decision means business team, they will take the business team the decisions. Okay, so using that data only, everywhere if you see trends, how they will identify means you should have a one reporting tool, Power BI or a Tableau. So these tools are used to you know track the trends actually. Okay, I'll show you with the examples. Okay, this is actually just an overview of the data warehousing. Okay, so in data warehousing, we do have a different types, top down approach, bottom up approach, and we have a different types of fact tables, and types of different types of dimension tables. And we do have what is data mining, what is the data cleansing. Okay, and we do have different types of schemas. We have this, and around this will take around 1 week or 2 weeks of time with the different scenarios. Because see, uh, I when I start these things, right, so I will try to max give you the with the real time examples only. Okay, so that you will understand. Yes, when you enter into the IT, and when you start the data warehousing project, if it is a healthcare, what are the data, and what is the data, and what is the use of data, you should know why you are using this data, right? You should understand all these things. Okay, so that is the reason I'll go with a very slowly, and I want to explain, I would prefer to explain deeply actually. Okay, so you might have understood, okay, what is the data warehousing, and this data warehousing is where it actually fit actually. Okay, and who will be using this data warehousing. Okay, so now if you see here, for the data warehousing, we have a main some key characteristics which are subject oriented and integrated, time variant and non-volatile. Okay, each one of the point will have a each unique definition, and as well as the purpose already have we have discussed, right? So you by using this data, they will take the decisions, and as well as they do the their business trends. I mean, they do the analysis. And where are this data warehousing used? So we have a retail market, and we have a financial services and healthcare and telecommunications. In this area, we use the data warehousing. Okay, so data warehousing is just a it's a concept. Okay, what you do means you should have a one ETL tool, you should have one database. Okay, so database is main area where you are going to store the data. Using that data only you are going to analyze. Okay, so to understand this, first of all you should understand what is data warehouse. When you start understanding this data warehouse, then you will understand the business, why this data warehouse is useful. And finally, right, you will be as a back you will be as you will be act as a backend developer. Okay, mainly once the data is loaded with the actual format, right, and it is useful for the business to analyze the data. So they will use the Power BI reporting tools. I'll show you one document here. So here, if you see here, right, we have a different types of data, and it is going to the data warehousing. After data warehousing, it again they will reporting tools and analysis mining. They use their purpose, and creates the reports actually. Using the report only, they will take the decisions. Okay, so this is just a small overview of the data warehousing, and we will go by one deeply, and we will cover all the topics whatever I said. Okay, I'll take the one index, and then I'll show you in the next class. Thank you all. See you again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.